guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's reading, we are going to be finding out what is happening for you within the next 3 months. There are 4 readings for you guys to choose from, so I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is orange calcite. Number 2 is aventurine. Number 3 is amethyst. And number 4 is blue cat's eye. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones. So if you guys chose the orange calcite, this is going to be your reading all about the next 3 months. So today I am back with the papers and this time I have 12 papers that are inspired by the 12 astrological houses, and we're going to use these to see what areas of your life are going to undergo the most change in the next 3 months. So I'll just take 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Okay, 3. All right. Ooh, so the first one that we have here is the number 11, inspired by the 11th house, of course. And the messages are dreams and friendships. So those of you who have been working towards a big dream, like a big long-term goal, it's quite likely that it's going to be coming true for you in the next 3 months. I was thinking of waking dreams when I wrote this, so like a really big wish, a really big goal. This is a period where your deepest desires are going to be fulfilled. And then with friendships, obviously this is a great time to improve your existing friendships, but also to meet new people that you really resonate with and form a very deep bond with. There could even be some soul family reunions that are happening for you guys in the next 3 months. So this is a really, really happy energy. Next we have, the number 10, so inspired by the 10th house. These are meant to be like, you know, little money bills. And here we have career and status. So moving up in your career, status could mean that your reputation is improving, so people are starting to admire and recognize your work. People are starting to respect you more. Some of you may be growing an audience, growing a platform, growing a larger client base, and as you become more demanded, you know, as people seek your work out more, you're able to charge more, you're able to move up in your position. So, wow, amazing. And next one we have is 12. Oh, cool, you got like 10, 11, 12. So this is inspired by the 12th house, and we have the message of subconscious and psychic gifts. So this will be a good time frame for you guys to truly uncover the depths of your subconscious mind. So finding out what it is that you truly desire, what it is that you're truly afraid of, what it is that has been holding you back. This is a great time. I was thinking when I wrote this of uncovering blockages and limiting beliefs that have been hiding in your subconscious, and finally being able to release them so that you can manifest all of these wonderful blessings. And then when it comes to psychic gifts, I feel like that's pretty straightforward. You guys could be experiencing really significant heightening in your spiritual abilities, especially like sixth sensey type of things like clairvoyance, clairaudience, being able to receive messages from other people telepathically. And also, I was really stubborn with these and I wanted to keep all of them to like 2 points each, but I did think about sleeping dreams when I wrote this one. Like with 11, I was thinking more about like your waking dreams, things that you are wishing for. And then this one is like, you know, what you see when you sleep and you travel to the astral world. So pay attention in the next 3 months to any very vivid dreams or any messages that you think could be significant. And alternatively, this could also be indicating that something you've already been dreaming about in your sleep is actually going to materialize in the physical world in the next 3 months. So cool. All right, so let's get into your tarot now. I think the way I'll do this reading is I'll break up the 3-month period into 3 sections, which would roughly be like the first month from now, the second month from now, and the third month from now. So I'll do that. We will take a look at those. And then at the very end, we'll take a look at these oracle cards. I should have known that was gonna happen. Wait, oh, they're sticky notes, so I can stick them. Perfect. All right, so what can group 1 expect within the first month from now? And within the second month from now? Okay, and within the third month. Oh, all right, thank you. All right, so let's see what we have here, starting with the first month from now. We have the Strength card, and we have the 2 of Inspiration or the 2 of Wands. So it looks like you guys up until now have been working really hard on achieving a goal that is very important to you. I feel like this might have to do with your dream that's coming true that we saw here. The Strength card is about overcoming hardships. It's a journey that requires us to be very patient. It's a journey that requires us to really get a handle on our emotions. There may have been many times throughout this journey where you guys felt really frustrated, or you started to lose hope. You felt like it wasn't going to be worth the wait. Maybe there were times where it really affected your confidence. This Strength card is tied into Leo energy, and that has to do with, you know, our sense of self, our confidence. Leos can be very sensitive or proud or take things kind of personally. So this could have been a journey where things were going wrong. It was hard not to take it personally. Like it was hard not to see it as I'm not doing well enough, or I'm not good enough, or I did something wrong. What is wrong with me? Why do I even bother trying? You guys might have, you know, gotten into that trap where you're like blaming yourself. You're putting it all on yourself. And, you know, my ability to make this goal happen or to make this dream come true, it relates to my worth. You guys might have made that connection. So when things went wrong, when things were difficult, it was like really soul crushing is the word I'm thinking of. And this card, yes, it represents a tough journey, but it's an opportunity to balance our emotions. So to not let those negative thoughts become too big and too fierce and get the better of us, and win this battle with gentleness, win this battle with compassion for ourselves and with patience and with a calm, level head. I feel like this was not only a big test for you guys in the material world, but it was a big emotional test. It was really a test of your resolve. So this dream come true that we see here, it looks like this is happening within the first month. It looks like a huge weight is going to be lifted off of you guys. But through this tough journey, I see that you guys have become so mature and so wise, and you've become like a master of your emotions. And you've realized when you can do that, anything is possible, because it's not a failure until you say it is. It's not a failure until you give up. So if you're able to keep that level head and you're able to rationalize what you're experiencing emotionally and say like, this is not a sign of me being not good enough. I just need to find another way. I need to find another direction to come at it from. Maybe I need to ask somebody for help. There's no shame in that. Not beating yourself up so hard, or not letting your impatience take over. You guys have become so strong in that sense and so mature. So I feel like this is really, a long-term journey that you guys have been on. And, for me reading this, I'm like, wow, this is already coming true in the first month. But I know that some of you guys have been working on this goal for months already, or even for years. And it's so well deserved. Like, this is finally coming to you. We have the Two of Inspiration following this, or the Two of Wands. This means that new opportunities are coming to you, that doors are opening to you. She's like, okay, this just came to me. Maybe it's because there's a lion here. And I'll be honest, I haven't watched Lion King in a while, but there's that scene where like Simba and Mufasa are like watching over the rock, and Mufasa is like, you see all of this land, like all of this is yours. What does he say? Everything the sun touches is yours. I feel like this is you looking over your empire. You have traversed so much land, and this is you looking back on your journey and looking back on all of the things that you have conquered, all of the tough lessons that you have learned about yourself and about life that a lot of people are not willing to learn. Like, you faced things that many people are not brave enough or strong enough or willing enough. And I guess I'm not trying to like compare people, but I guess I want to just point out like how exceptional you are, or how outstanding you are, how amazing you are for completing this journey. And now you can look out over the horizon and say like, all of this is mine. I conquered this. Like the world is your oyster now. If you can get through this, you can do anything. You can accomplish anything. And I see you reaching this point where you're so proud of yourself, and it's like you're looking at life now like, what's next? What can I attain next? What can I accomplish next? With such a positive and enthusiastic outlook. So maybe some of you guys, like, you just conquered this really big goal, and now you're able to look forward to the next one. And it's from a place of freedom. Like, I get to choose what my next adventure is. I get to choose what my next goal is. Yay! So we're starting off with very exciting energy. I'm really, really proud of you guys, because it does look like you've been through something quite tough. So for the next part, we're going to look at the second month from now. We have the Page of Inspiration, or the Page of Wands. And we have, oh my gosh, look at this, the 10 of Materials, or the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, you guys are on fire in the next 3 months. So the Page of Inspiration, really, really lovely card to follow, because this is like a young, enthusiastic soul who is full of creative potential, who is full of inspiration, and is really excited to embark on new journeys. This is about a new endeavor, a new project, expressing yourself creatively, bringing, how can I say, like birthing your ideas into the world. So in this second month from now, I see that you guys are going to be filled with new ideas. I feel like you will have had a chance to recover from this kind of arduous, if that's the right word, journey that you're on. You'll have a moment to rest, and I see you guys being very renewed, refreshed, rejuvenated in this period. Very high energy levels, a million ideas of things that you want to do, and you have the motivation to do them. Some of you guys will start a new project. You'll start working on a new creative work. You'll start with a new business idea. You might start picking up new hobbies or studying new things. It's like you're being flooded with ideas, so many new things that you want to do, and you're so freaking excited about it. And now that this hard journey is over and you don't have the stresses of that weighing you down, it's like you feel like yourself again. Your energy is back again. Some of you guys may have had like hobbies or things that you really loved to do before, but ever since this stressful situation came into your life, it's like you didn't have the energy to do them. And I know that's so freaking sad when that happens. Like when your energy is so low, or you are so stressed out to the point where you can't even bring yourself to do the things that you love anymore. It's such a tough place to be in. And so I'm seeing here, like, your enthusiasm is coming back. You're getting back to your true, like, energetic and playful and happy, carefree self. You're doing all the things that you love, and you're discovering more things that you love to do. And you have the time and energy now to do them. And then we also have the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of... Hold on, somebody's talking outside. The 10 of materials or the 10 of pentacles. This is a wonderful card for finances, for abundance, for career. Some of you guys will be figuring out how to monetize one of your passions, how to monetize a hobby of yours. And actually, many of you have the potential to go beyond just like, you know, additional income from a side hustle and make a very stable living from one of your passions, because the 10 of materials, it is very sturdy, very stable. It has the energy of long-term support, long-term abundance. You see how big this tree has grown. It's way, way bigger than the people. You could be creating something that grows so big until it's bigger than you. Like it started out as a project that you were just doing by yourself for fun, and now it's grown so big that maybe you need some support to manage it. Like you need a team. What was once like, oh, I'm just, you know, sharing my hobby, sharing my thoughts, it might actually grow into a whole business, like a whole operation. This is also a wonderful card for family. And for some reason with this card, it comes to mind like the health of your family. But those of you who have been struggling with health issues, especially if it's been stress related, like maybe you've been experiencing fatigue or headaches or skin problems or digestive issues as a result of, you know, your anxiety or the stress that you were going through, I feel like that is going to be clearing up. You're going to feel vibrant, you're going to feel energized, and same goes for your family and your loved ones as well. I see you and your loved ones like surrounded by divine love and protection. Also, if you guys have new friends coming in or close friendships that are deepening, it could be like you and all of your friends are kind of glowing up together, like you're all getting rich together and making your dreams come true together. So this could be a period with very celebratory energy. Like we've been through the tough stuff. It's time to leave that in the past. It's time to have fun, and it's time to prosper, and it's time to thrive now. Like I cannot finish explaining like how good you guys are going to feel in this period. I love this energy so much, and it makes sense. Like you guys are the orange calcite. This is all about like good vibes, elevated mood, creativity, inspiration. It's such a happy stone. You guys might want to, if you don't have some of this already, she could be very helpful in getting you into this energy. And calcite is pretty reasonably priced, and it's one of my favorite. I love calcites. It has so many different colors, so many different variations. She's iconic, and she kind of looks like candy. I don't know, I really appreciate her. Okay, anyway, I'm feeling your energy, group one. So let's get into your third month from now. We have death, and we have the 5 of materials. Ooh, look at this. So 5 of materials represents lack. It represents particularly like a financial or a material situation that is really not supporting you in the way that you need or in the way that you deserve. It would show like, for example, someone who's struggling with their finances, somebody who's in a job that isn't fulfilling, that isn't treating them fairly. And so what I see with this combined with the death card is that, I guess if I read it like a sentence, it would be like the death of lack. You're going through a rebirth here, and anything that wasn't supporting you, anything that wasn't fulfilling you, anything that wasn't providing you with a fair energy exchange, especially like exchanges of your time for money, it's dying, it's being cleared away. The death card, it's about releasing things that don't serve you anymore. It's about a rebirth and a leveling up. So if I look at this all together, something you've been working on, it's coming true, it's coming to fruition. You're starting to create a ton of abundance out of your passions, out of your hobbies. You're thriving, and so you no longer need these old energy exchanges. Just to give a really concrete example, like somebody who's working very, very hard at a job that they just feel kind of lukewarm about, and they're not getting paid like nowhere near enough for the effort that they put in, for the time that they put in there, like things that they do for everybody. They don't get the credit that they deserve. And it leaves them feeling like they're not supported, like they're not nourished, they're not getting what they need. Once you start supporting yourself in a way that makes you really enthusiastic and passionate, it's like, I don't need to hold on to this anymore. I feel like this is the job that you settle for, or like the living situation that you settle for, and it doesn't really give you what you need, but it's something. And you're able to let go of this. And this is amazing because like this is a 3-month period. This is not that long. So it looks like in the next 2 months for you guys, something regarding your career or your finances is like blowing up. Like you've been putting a lot of effort into it up until now, but now everything is really taking off. And I don't know, maybe this feels like hasty to some of you because it's only been a little while that things are going very, very well. But I think what this part is saying is like a message from spirit to start considering this, or to just know that this is possible. And just know that you don't have to hold on to these things that make you feel unsupported or make you feel like you're not getting what you deserve. It's okay to release them. It's okay to let go of them, because you are bringing in a new cycle, a new abundant and prosperous cycle. Wow. Okay. So let's take a look at your oracle cards now. There are 6 of them. And the first one is daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. This is really interesting compared with given the 12 card that we got earlier, where we mentioned your sleeping dreams, where we mentioned your psychic gifts increasing. And this makes a lot of sense because I feel like here, or coming into this 3-month period, maybe you guys have been in a very stressful place where you felt like you need to control everything, like you need to direct all of your thoughts. It's kind of like you were in survival mode, and it's very hard to let go and just be open and flow and receive whatever comes to you when you're in this kind of, it's almost like a fight or flight mode. Like I have to keep pushing through, I have to keep doing this to survive. And here I see you're like in a lot more of a relaxed state, you're in a lot more of an inspired state, and you have the freedom to just lie down, open your mind. I don't have to think about anything specific. I don't have anything weighing on my mind. I can just float, and I can just see what I encounter. I see huge peace of mind coming for you guys. I think I said it earlier, but a lot of creative inspiration, a lot of new ideas are coming to you. And your spirit guides are going to be able to communicate with you a lot better. I was just thinking about this the other day, but it was like, I have this habit of not only, but I talk to my guides a lot more, or I use my cards a lot more. Like if there's one specific thing in my life that is bothering me, like if something is consuming me. And so every like message I exchange with my guides, or everything I ask them, it tends to be about that like one thing that is stressing me out, and it limits so much the messages that I can receive from them. So maybe you guys have gone through something like this where this was really worrying you, this was really weighing on you, and so like an overwhelming amount of your communication with your spirit guides ended up being surrounded by this one thing, and not being able to explore how fun it is to communicate with them, all the wonderful messages, all the wonderful visions they can show you, all the wonderful ideas they can share with you, all the truths they can share with you. When you have that one thing that's stressing you, it just narrows your world so much. And I feel like your world is really opening up again. For your next oracle card, we have treasure each and every step. I feel like with this card, your spirit guides really want you to know that every single step you have taken on this journey was important and every single step was worthwhile. So if you look back on your journey, it's important not to have any regrets or to judge the decisions you made, because every single decision you made, every single perceived mistake or perceived failure or perceived time wasted or delays, they all brought you exactly to where you are now. And exactly where you are now is perfect. And it's almost like they want to tell you, you never stumbled, you never messed up, even though you may have perceived it that way. Every part of this was a part of our plan for you, our plan that we created together with your higher self, and you executed this journey beautifully. You did everything perfectly. We have also envy. This card comes up a lot for some reason, and it kind of has different vibes depending on the other cards, depending on the context of the reading. But there may have been some points in the past, or maybe even now, where when things get tough, you tend to look over at, the lives of other people who seem to have it easier, people who seem to be doing better than you, and think like, I wish that I could be like them, or I wish that I could just live their life, and sort of resenting the hand that was dealt to you or resenting your current situation. And it's interesting how these are kind of the same color, like this beautiful golden world. This shows you when you're in the energy of honoring every single step of your journey and recognizing the perfection in it and coming to that feeling of peace. Like I wouldn't trade anything that happened for the world. Maybe I wouldn't do it all again, but I'm grateful that it happened. I understand why everything happened, and I'm so happy with where I am now that I couldn't possibly think of going back and changing anything. You're gonna reach a point where you're so happy with where you are, you're so happy with your life that, like, even if you were offered, like, if you want to live that person's life, if you want to be more like that person, that would be a hard no from you. It's like you're in love with your journey. You're grateful for the struggle. You're grateful for the past experiences, and you're so happy with where you are now. You don't want anything else. You don't want anyone else's life. So those of you who have struggled with envy, it could even be a little bit of jealousy or just comparison to other people, like thinking you need to be good enough like that person, or you need to live a life like that person. I think that is going to be completely fading away for you guys. Like, there's no way that you would want anything different than what you're going through now. It's like being fully in love with your life. It's so beautiful. Look at this. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, with this dream coming true. And maybe for some of you watching, it even seems impossible or very unlikely that all of this can turn around, all of this can change within 3 months. But you have to understand, like, it's been building up for such a long time. And maybe at times where you felt like your efforts were in vain, they were actually counting for something. And you're seeing all of those returns coming now. I feel like you guys have the universe is favoring you. Like, you guys have a lot of divine support on this journey, because I was gonna say, like, you have a very unlikely success story, or you have a very impressive success story where when people hear what you've been through and where you are now, it really feels like a miracle, or it really feels like, oh my gosh, how did they do that? That's amazing. Like, I'm thinking of, something that happens once in a blue moon. Like, it's not likely. So you can expect some very sudden happy changes, some very pleasant surprises, blessings popping out of nowhere in the next 3 months that even you can't explain, like, how everything lined up so perfectly. But this is the universe favoring you. This is the universe rewarding you. This is what you've been waiting for. We have keep an open mind. So these are the Romance Angels cards, but I did kind of just want to take them for a general message. So keep an open mind to how things play out. Again, the way this dream comes true, the way this blessing happens, it could be a little bit unexpected, a little bit unlikely. You know, it might not be the way that you have thought. Things may not come through for you in the way that you expected, or even in the way that you hoped that they would come through for you. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to come through. We're not always supposed to know. We're not always supposed to be able to predict things. Of course, we like to have that foresight. We like to be able to get a feel for what's going to happen in the future because it brings us that sense of security. But this is really about letting go, letting the universe step in and do her thing, and knocking your socks off. Some of you guys are going to be shocked, like how this comes to you, how this plays out. And then the final card that we have for you is Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. This is really important given the fact that you guys are going to have your psychic abilities increasing. You are going to be more sensitive to the energies around you. And I also know that when you're on a journey like this, there's a lot of struggle with societal expectation. There's a lot of struggle with the opinions of others. So if you're taking on all this stress from your journey and you're also taking on all this energy from other people, you can get overwhelmed very, very quickly. So Spirit is asking you in the next 3 months to make more time to be outside, make more time to be disconnected. And I mean disconnected as in you're alone, but you're also like, for example, not on electronics, like you're just in solitude, not being stimulated, not being distracted. If you can be outside in nature, that's even better. Recently, I have been going outside and like standing on the earth with my bare feet. This is the best way for the earth to absorb that negative energy for you. So if you guys can do that, I would highly recommend it. It really does relieve that tension, that anxiety. It always calms me down. And remember, if you guys are feeling disproportionately stressed out or very, very sensitive, it is likely that you're picking up on energies from other people. And it is important to have healthy ways to deal with that and not just like take it upon yourself to process all of their emotions. Mother Earth can help to remove that burden for you. So I feel like this is really important. It is a nice note to end on. Okay, so those are all the messages I have for you guys today. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the Aventurine, this is going to be your reading all about the next 3 months. So today I have a little bowl of papers that I'm going to start off with. There are 12 papers in here that are inspired by the 12 astrological houses, and we're going to use these to see what areas of your life are going to undergo the greatest change in the next 3 months. So I'm just going to take 2 random ones. And let's see what we have. So first we have the number 3, inspired by the 3rd house, with the messages of communication and peers. So you could be getting some significant communication in the next 3 months, some good news coming to you that you have been waiting for, or somebody that you've been hoping would reach out to you might be reaching out to you in the next 3 months. You could also be getting to know somebody new or getting to know somebody deeper, like somebody that you've been interested in. With communication, I also thought of anybody who has a career in like writing, or you're on social media, you're sharing your ideas, you're making articles, publications, anything of that nature. This could be a very prosperous 3-month period for you. It could also be a really good month for any of you guys who are learning languages because, well, communication is very broad, a very broad area. So you guys who are studying a language, you might be making some very significant progress in the next 3 months. Maybe you'll be taking some lessons, or you may even get the opportunity to practice with native speakers. Maybe that's kind of a specific message for some of you, but I thought I would throw it in there. And then we also have peers. I wasn't really sure what term to use for it, but the third house relates to our immediate circle, like the people we're interacting with on a day-to-day basis. It could be colleagues, siblings, maybe friends, but like that immediate circle that you see in your day-to-day life. There could be a significant change in that. So maybe there's a new person coming into your workplace that you get along with really well, or you're making a new friend, your friend introduces you to someone new, something like that. It's like your social circle is changing. And then we also have, the number 7 with love and partnership. So this could be a really blessed 3-month period in terms of your love life. If you have a romantic interest, like a person of interest, it could be that you guys are in very frequent communication, or you're having some significant communication, such as a heart-to-heart or talking about your feelings. Someone could be coming forward and communicating their true feelings to you. But I feel like things will be looking up in your love life, whether that's with a new person or if you already have a person of interest or a partner. I do see that relationship deepening. Partnerships can also have to do with like business partners and collaborations. So yeah, new business partners coming in, offers to collaborate, offers to promote your work, things like that. And yes, I will end it there before I get too awkward and rambly, because that's all I'm seeing. So let me just make sure that these are firmly stuck, or else when I shuffle the cards, they're gonna fly away. I learned that the hard way with pile 1. And what we're gonna do now is shuffle. Ooh, good. What we're gonna do now is shuffle the tarot, and I'm going to take a couple cards in 3 groups. So we can roughly look at what's going to happen within the first month, within the second month, and within the third month. So first of all, what is going to be happening for group number 2 in the first month? Thank you. What is going to be happening in the second month? Okay. And what is going to be happening in the third month? Thank you. Okay. So let's take a look at what we have here, starting with the first month. We have the 10 of Voices. This is equivalent to the 10 of Swords. And then we have the 5 of Inspiration. This is equivalent to the 5 of Wands. So I'm actually reading these like a sentence. The 10 of Voices has to do with an ending of something, a death of something, something is being put to rest. And the 5 of Inspiration, or the 5 of Wands, has to do with arguments or conflict. It can be conflict with someone else. It can also be a conflict within yourself. But for those of you who are in a conflict, or you're in a no contact situation with somebody, maybe things weren't left on the happiest note, I see you guys putting an end to this conflict. This is like death of conflict. So it's like some beef is being squashed, some peaceful resolution is being come to. It's funny because both of these cards could be considered negative cards, but I feel like because it's a double negative, they're like canceling each other out. So any conflict you've been in, I see it's going to be come to an end. It's going to be put to rest. There could be like apologies and forgiveness happening here, a reconciliation. This could be with friends, family, romantic interest. It could really be anything. And like I said, it could even be within yourself. If you guys have been beating yourself up for something, really judging yourself hard for things that you have done in the past, or judging yourself even for the way that you are now, like thinking that you're not good enough, you need to change this, you shouldn't do that. I feel like you're putting all of that to rest. Not because anything specific happened, but I think you guys are just coming to the realization that it's not worth draining your mental energy for this kind of thing, only to make yourself feel worse. I often see with the Ten of Swords somebody who is like mentally exhausted, because swords do represent our mind and our thoughts. And you may know in the Rider-Waite, for example, the swords are actually like stabbing the person and they're lying on the ground just defeated, just dead. So you can think of it as like being tortured or being defeated by your own thoughts, being exhausted mentally. I think you guys are realizing like it's not worth it. Like, I don't want to live a life like this where I'm using all of my mental energy to just criticize myself so harshly and torment myself day in and day out about what I'm doing wrong. Like, I just don't have the time for that anymore. So it's more like you're just tired of it rather than something specific is happening to make you change the way you see things. And same thing if it's a conflict with somebody else. It can be like, you know, I'm so tired of living like this, I'm so tired of not talking to you. I'm so tired of missing you and pretending that I don't. I'm tired of being proud. Whatever it might be, it's like, let's just put this to rest. Let's just I think it's bury the hatchet. Let's just bury the hatchet and finish this once and for all. I don't want to be in conflict anymore. I only want peace and good vibes from here on out. I'm declaring it, and that's the way it's going to be. So conflict resolution. Conflict is out the door in the first month that we're looking at here. An alternative interpretation that I can think of is, there's a couple things. So please feel free to claim these as well. You can claim all of them if you want, because they're all positive. The first one that I thought is inner conflict with a decision. Like, you're struggling to choose between many different paths, and in this next month you're getting the clarity that you need, you're getting the information that you need, or you're having the epiphany that you need to have to realize this is the choice I need to make. This is the path that I need to go down. And it could be a matter of like, the current situation I'm in, I'm sick of it. I can't do this anymore, so I'm going to choose a new direction. And I'm confident that this is what I want. The other one that I thought of was stresses and anxieties are fading away, because I do sense a lot, actually in both of these. I sense, a very stressed or highly strung person. I often think of like a frazzled energy with the Five of Wands as well. Like, you have a million things going on, you have so much on your plate. And I think that in the next month, things will start to remove themselves from your plate, or you will have the freedom to remove them. So you can really clear away your schedule from the stressors, from the things that you didn't enjoy doing, from those tedious responsibilities, the things that were like really working you up and keeping you in that nervous or highly strung energy. I feel that all of that is going to be fading away. You may need a while to recover from that. Even after the stressors go away, you may feel a little bit tired or drained. That's totally fine. I would say to really take it easy this month, and don't put that pressure on yourself to like immediately snap back and be like super happy and energetic again, just because the stressor has left. Give yourself some time to really recover. So this first month, it might be tough, but it's ultimately the tough energy dissipating. So there's some sort of peace, making peace or reconciliation within yourself or with somebody else in your life. And I imagine that things are going to be much easier from here on out. So with that being said, let's take a look now at your second month and see what's going on here. We have Page of Voices, and we have the 10 of Inspiration. Okay, you guys are coming up with some brilliant idea in this second month. I want to I want to draw your attention to this crown chakra emphasis here, the like swirly, yeah, you can see it, the like swirly whirlpool spiral that is coming out of the top of this page's head, and also the way that she's like holding her glasses on and looks super focused. I feel like there's emphasis on the higher chakras here, the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. It makes a lot of sense. Like if you guys are eliminating stress and clearing your mind, I think you're moving into an energy in the second month where you're very focused, you're very on the ball, because you don't have these other unnecessary things draining your energy. You can focus on what matters to you. You can focus on the work that you want to do, like where you really want to be placing your energy. And as you guys might know, the crown chakra, it talks about psychic insights. It talks about us receiving downloads. It's like our source of claircognizance. It's our source of visions from other worlds. And then the third eye is about seeing beyond the veil, seeing the truth of a situation. You guys are really going to have your antennas up in this second month. And I feel like you guys are being hit with some brilliant idea about a project that you're going to put into action, about something that you want to make, something that you want to start building, whether it's like career related or not. You guys are like setting an idea into motion. Or alternatively, this could be an epiphany about where you want to go in your future, like what you want to do with your life. Totally random example, but maybe you're just sitting at home one day and you're like, oh my God, I really want to move to Germany or something. Yes, I want to go to that school. I want to go there and do that job. I want to move to that place. Or, oh my gosh, I've been working on this project. I should reach out to so-and-so. I should reach out to this person and see if they want to collaborate with me. It's like you're getting this light bulb moment of what your next step is with regards to your desires, with regards to your goals. Actually, maybe for quite a few of you, it is to do with like where you want to go next or where you want to travel to next, because I had that message pop up about learning a new language. This can also be about learning new information. But anyway, basically this epiphany is coming to you and now you have to get to work. The 10 of Inspiration, it is related to the 10 of Wands. I actually really like the imagery on this card because in the traditional tarot we see this man who is carrying like the bundle of wands on his back, and he looks very tired, he's bent over, and he's carrying it like all by himself. So I do think there is a message here of like, yes, you're carrying a lot of responsibility and you're working hard, but it doesn't feel exhausting and it doesn't feel I use this word in pile one, arduous. I hope I'm using it right. It doesn't feel hard like that in the way that it does in the traditional tarot. And you can see she's holding one jug and then the other 9 jugs are held by these cows. So it's like she's not taking on the whole burden by herself. And what I think this is showing us is that because you're taking inspired action, because you're not just like taking action for the sake of taking action, like I often say. You're not putting in work that feels hard. It's like you're getting this epiphany. You're like, oh my gosh, that's what I need to do. And you're very excited about it. And because it's coming from a higher intelligence, you know that this idea is divinely guided, and therefore you know that you're going to be divinely supported. So maybe it's a lot of work, but you have spirit giving you a lot of helping hands to make things move along smoother. And I actually really like that these are cows because it reminds me of, I think it's the buffalo spirit in Colette Baron-Reid's Spirit Animal deck. I love that deck. And it says, the abundant universe will provide. That bovine energy, that Taurus-like energy, it's abundance, it's sustenance, it's support. And so it's almost like Spirit is saying, yes, you do have 10 wands to carry, but I will help you carry them. I will provide for you. I will give you all the resources you need. I will give you all of the support you need. So you're getting this intuitive hit about a plan, and then you're able to immediately carry it out, and you're able to cover a lot of ground. Within this second month that we're seeing here, you're going from like getting the idea to executing it, to having a very good vision of how everything's gonna play out, getting all your ducks in a row. Like, imagine, let's go back to the moving to Germany example. Like, it would be as if like within the month you've prepared your visa application and you've figured out like what neighborhood you want to live in, and you've made connections there already. Like, you've already looked at companies that are hiring. I don't know. I'm just pulling a lot of random stuff out of my hat, but I hope you get the image of what I mean. It's like within this short span, you get the idea and it's already materialized, and that's because it was divinely guided and spirit is helping you out. I think it will be something pretty significant, like a business idea coming to you, an idea of where you want to live, an idea of what field you want to pursue, an idea of who you should be reaching out with to who you should be reaching out to to collaborate with. Like, oh, they do this, I should talk to them. Something like that. So, wow, you're covering a lot of ground here. And, you know, there was probably like a very specific timing that this idea was supposed to come to you. So it's almost as if in the first month, Spirit was saying like, hold on, we need to clear this person's plate. We need to clear this person's mind. We need to tie up the loose ends. We need to resolve the conflict, because when this hits, we need you to be on the ball. So all of this was like divinely guided and supported by Spirit. Okay, so, I'm excited. Okay, let's take a look now at what is happening in the third month. 8 of materials. This is the 8 of pentacles. And we have the Ace of materials. Beautiful. So basically what's happening in the third month is money. Abundance, support, opportunities. You're either receiving the money in the third month, or you're getting the opportunity to generate the money in the third month. But basically from the 3 mark onward, oh my god, I can't talk because I'm getting so excited. From the 3 month mark onward, it looks very, very promising for stability, for security, for abundance. You have 2 Pentacles cards coming out here, and really positive, beautiful ones at that. Starting here with the 8 of materials, you guys are really mastering your craft. You are really sharpening your mind and refining your skills. The 8 of materials is a card of like practice, repetition, really polishing yourself off and really perfecting what it is that you're doing. So it makes sense, like coming out after this, you have the idea, you're starting to like lay down the framework, and here I see you really working on your skills. So, you know, maybe this is you working on your German, for example, or if you had a business idea, maybe this is you starting to take courses or reading books about how to run a business. Maybe this is you starting to talk to people who have been successful and hearing what they have to say. Maybe this is like learning how to build your website. And this is kind of a period where there's like a lot of information is being absorbed, and there's also a lot of trial and error. So you're trying it, you're making a mistake, you're repeating it, you're doing it over and over again. Like in practice makes perfect. Yeah, practicing until you get it perfect, learning through repetition. Also, I feel like, especially in this card, because the lady has like 8 arms, I think of it as someone who can wear many hats, or who is talented at many different things. I often give the example of a musician because, well, I'm a one-trick pony. And I think of someone who's like, okay, they're really good at singing, and now they're learning how to play an instrument, they're learning how to write songs, they're learning how to produce, they're learning how to mix and master, they're learning how to market themselves. It's like they're learning how to do all the things. And it's not necessarily because they have to do all of it on their own, but it gives them the freedom so that they don't have to rely on anybody in particular. So I don't want you to think like this is spirit saying like you're on your own, you have to learn everything to do it by yourself, because I know that the abundant universe will provide for you. I know that spirit is going to set you up with whatever and whomever is going to serve this purpose. But it's so that you don't have to be like helpless and wait around for the person who knows how to do it. So you can like step in like, okay, I'll cover this, and this person said they would help me, and oh, maybe this person fell through, but that's okay because I can do that. It's to give you freedom. And what was I going to say? Oh yes, also I wanted to say, like having knowledge of the different areas, even if it's not you who is executing it, it helps you to like give the right input and know what you're talking about. So for example, you know about mixing, you know how to mix music, but maybe somebody else is doing it for you. Even if it's someone else doing it for you, you'll have the knowledge, you'll have the vocabulary to tell them what you want them to do. You know, like, oh, I want you to compress that more. Imagine knowing compression. Anyway, like you can tell them like how you want them to change the EQ or what kind of effect you want them to put on certain things. And you see, you're not doing it yourself, but you know how to explain what you want. And so, you know, similarly, like let's say you were going to invest money. If you know a little bit about how it works, you'll know like to ask the right questions to the person who is helping you. I hope that that makes sense. I also don't know anything about investment, but like just gaining the knowledge, gaining the experience, it's going to help you out. It's going to give you freedom. Okay. For those of you who are working on skills right now, I feel like this is the part where you're like really mastering it, where you feel like you can really do it effortlessly, fluently, without thinking so much. And then we have the Ace of Materials or the Ace of Pentacles, which is about a new opportunity to create wealth, new money coming to you. I don't know if I even have that much to interpret with this Ace of Pentacles, but just know that at the end of all of this, Spirit is offering you wealth. Spirit is offering you an opportunity to generate as much abundance as your heart desires, is what Spirit is saying. Whatever this is that you're working on, I do think that it has like the potential to grow exponentially. Like your work or time put in versus returns, like income, it has the potential to be exponential, you know? So even though the work you're doing is not increasing as much, the money is increasing. That you guys know what I mean. Anyway, so let's get into your oracle cards now. I have 6 oracle cards, and we'll see what other messages Spirit has for you about this 3-month period. We have relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. This is a really nice card. I think it matches quite well with this 7th house energy. You will be blessed in your relationships in this 3-month period for sure. Like we saw here, some conflict is resolving, some separation might be coming to an end as well. For those of you who are looking to attract a romantic relationship, I think that this 3-month period is going to be a really favorable time to do that. As you start to pursue your own passions, as you start to move away from this like yucky, nervous, and stressed out energy, I feel that you're going to be a lot more comfortable within yourself. You're going to feel a lot closer to Spirit too. And you're just going to be attracting the right people, or you're going to be attracting the relationship dynamic that you really want. So for those of you who are hoping for some developments in your relationship in the next 3 months, this is very, very good news for you. I want to mention the unicorn. I don't know. Whenever there's a unicorn, I feel like I need to speak about it. I think of unicorns as a symbolism of what makes us unique, what separates us from the rest, you know, what makes us weird. But that's where our magic lies. And anyway, I was just thinking of, you know, the way she's holding or hugging the unicorn, I thought of it as like embracing your uniqueness, embracing your magical weirdness, and attracting people who love you for who you truly are in all of your eccentricities, if that's a word, you know, for exactly as you are. Your next oracle card is, I love this one. It says, have a heart that is as free as the sky. It's so sweet. This card is definitely telling you guys that the sky is the limit. We saw that with the Ace of Pentacles. You guys have the potential to generate, like Spirit said, as much as your heart desires, as much abundance, as many blessings as your heart desires. This card is telling you to dream big, to aim very high. If I can just be cheesy for a moment, what is it? Aim for the moon. So if you fail, at least you're among the stars. Oh, I shouldn't have tried it. And also, free your heart. Like if there's somebody you want to reach out, you want to tell them how you feel, open up. Let your heart be open. Let your heart be free. Lift that weight. Get the thing off your chest. There's the crown chakra again. 7th chakra with Archangel Uriel. Really, really super reminds me of this card with the spiral on the heart chakra. I just felt called to mention Pleiadians. I think it's because these people are fair and they have blonde hair and blue eyes, and Pleiadians are said to look like that. So some of you guys might resonate with Pleiadian star seeds. If you feel called to look that up, you might want to do that after this reading, because there could be some important message for you there. Maybe it's the Pleiadians who are sending you this idea. Like they're helping you out. But again, there's like really strong emphasis on you guys being very awakened, being very on point, on the ball, like you're sharp, you're focused in this next 3 months. You're going to be very, very open to receiving divine wisdom, receiving downloads. Your claircognizant abilities are going to be very strong. Like you just know things without having seen them to be true prior. You have knowledge and you don't know where it came from. So let's say you get this idea and now you have to do research about it. There might be some points in your research where you're like, wait a minute, I already knew this. Like, how did I know that? When I got this download, this information came to me, but there's no way that I could have known prior to researching. What is happening? Like that. You may have really strong spidey senses in this 3-month period where you can tell how people are truly feeling. Again, with that third eye energy that I felt with the glasses, like you're seeing past the veil, you're seeing past the superficial. You may be really good at calling people's bullshit in this next 3 months, and seeing what's truly on their mind. You may even be able to know something is going to happen before it happens. So highly psychic energies flowing through you in the next 3 months. Step out of your comfort zone. It's very interesting too how this is a similar color to the 7th chakra, to the crown chakra. So this message is likely related to acting on this idea. It could be something that's like, it's a very big degree of change from your current situation to this this new ideal situation that you've just been shown. It might even not be something that you ever imagined yourself doing before. Like, it's also new, it's also strange, and this card is saying go for it. I'm also being reminded of that message earlier of telling somebody how you feel. I don't know, maybe this resolving conflict, ending the separation is going to be a result of you speaking up. Like, I'm tired of being quiet, I'm tired of holding back. Because remember, there's that energy of like, nothing specifically triggered me to do this. I'm just sick and tired of the way things are now, and I don't want to have this burden anymore. And then coming forward and saying what you need to say. Even if it's just like for you to just get it off your chest. But yeah, this could be relating to the relationship aspect of this reading as well. For your romance angels card, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And for those of you who do have a person of interest, someone on your mind, I definitely think this is referring to them. They are worth waiting for. There is divine timing at play here. And then finally, there's the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Ooh, interesting. I feel like these could almost go together. And it's funny because, well, maybe this is just me, but when I ask, or when I'm curious about when something is going to happen, and I ask my guides, for example, I'm often looking to see a specific time. You know, when is this going to happen? Oh, it's going to happen in 6 weeks. It's going to happen in 4 days. And maybe some things our guides are able to tell us like that. But other times, divine timing is not necessarily set in stone, but divine timing is the divine is watching you and the divine is waiting for you to make your move, and then the divine will make its move. So it's not like it will happen in X time, but it will happen when this other thing happens. It will happen when you take this action, and the divine is patiently waiting for that. And I feel like these kind of go together in that this divine timing will come through when you're able to release something that you're clinging on to. It could be fear, it could be pride, but I think this is saying when you're able to let go. It could even be like letting go of expectations, letting go of the outcome. This is when things are going to come through for you. And it's interesting. In pile 1, I didn't really get the feeling that this card was specifically about love life, even though it's the Romance Angels deck. But for you guys, I do feel this is a message about a romantic relationship. Okay, so that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 3s. So if you guys chose the Amethyst, this is going to be your reading all about the next 3 months. So I'm going to start off this reading with this little bowl of papers. I have 12 papers in here which are inspired by the 12 astrological houses, and we'll use these to figure out which areas of your life will be undergoing the most change in the next 3 months. So I'm going to take 2 of them. And let's see what we have. So first, we have the number 6, which is inspired by the 6th house. And the keywords on here are health and routine. So what I had in mind when I wrote this card is that if it shows up in a reading, it will be a message that your health will be improving in the next 3 months, or you will be enjoying good health. And this is on a physical level as well as a mental level. Also that you guys will be in a really solid routine, meaning that you have your sleep schedule right, you're eating well, you're hydrating yourself, you're taking the supplements that you need to take. Some of you guys may be starting on a fitness journey or starting to see results of that. And I also imagined you guys having a clear mind, being free of stress, because that is a big part of maintaining our health as well. I saw you guys being surrounded by supportive people, people who help you to stay on track, people who celebrate your successes. I was really thinking of health in like an all-encompassing way. And then with routine, like we just talked about a little bit, having a good healthy structure in place. You guys might be also incorporating new activities, new hobbies, new studies into your routine. Something about your day-to-day life is going to be switching up in the next 3 months. And then we also have the number 8 inspired by the 8th house, and this has the messages of healing and transformation. I imagined when I wrote this card like a lot of heavy energy leaving, and it's interesting, that's been a message for maybe every pile so far, I've seen these heavy negative energies leaving our lives. So maybe this is a collective thing, but in any case, I'm really, really happy to see it. I also thought of like the Scorpio-ish energy of the 8th house, and I thought about shadow work. I thought about clearing away karma. I thought about removing yourself from any toxic situations or toxic inner dialogue, ways of thinking that were holding you back, and really going through a rebirth where you feel so much lighter. Kind of like the rebirth or the transformation of a phoenix. So it looks like you guys might also be releasing some bad habits, some unhealthy habits, and really getting back on track and really getting your physical, mental, and emotional health back. So this is really, really nice energy to start off with. So without further ado, let's get into the tarot cards. So what I'm going to do is I'll take a couple cards in 3 groups, and you can think of them as roughly the first month from now, the second month from now, and the third month from now. Okay, so what can group number 3 expect within the first month from now? Okay, what can group number 3 expect in the second month from now? And what can group number 3 expect in the third month from now? Ooh. Let's just get one more. Okay, thank you. I do want to mention something about how the deck was shuffling. I pay attention if the deck is doing anything in particular, like taking a really long time for cards to come out, or if it's messy and things are falling all over the place. I just kind of make a note of it. And I noticed that when I was shuffling for these 3 piles, the first one took like a significantly long time. Like I was like, something gonna come out yet? So it seemed like the energy was moving kind of slowly here. And then the second pile, it was not bad. It came out a little bit faster. And then for the third pile, the first card like shot out really quickly, and then a few cards fell out. Like the energy here, I feel like it started to pick up and get more excited. So this could kind of be how the energy is progressing in this next 3-month period for you guys, where it's like, at first, things feel kind of stagnant, kind of slow, and then things are picking up and things are picking up. And then in the third month, there's some kind of like climax, so to speak, like the moment you've been waiting for, things are picking up. It kind of felt like that. So of course, we have to look at the cards and see what they say, but I just wanted to mention that. So with that being said, let's see what you guys can expect within the first month from now. There's the Wheel, and ooh, there's the Nine of Emotions. So this is the Nine of Cups. Both of these are super positive. I actually really like them together. The Nine of Cups or the Nine of Emotions, it's about a wish fulfillment. It's about getting the outcome that you've desired. For those of you guys who have been manifesting and you've put in the work and now you're waiting. Oh my gosh, it's really windy outside. Sorry if you guys can hear the wind outside. It's crazy out there. What was I saying? Oh yes. So for those of you who have been trying to manifest something, you've been setting the intention, you've been putting in the work, you've released it to the universe. I feel like in the first month from now, this is when the universe is going to respond and fulfill your wish. This is really favorable order that they came out in as well, because it's like the wheel starts turning and it lands on the fulfillment of your desires. So these cards are saying in a very straightforward way that within 1 month from now, you guys are manifesting something that you have been really wanting, that you have been putting in the work to get, whether that be taking actions out in the world, whether that be visualizing, whether that be scripting. whatever is within your means to do, because obviously sometimes there are no obvious actions that we can take to get what we want. We just really want something to happen to us. But whatever it might be for you guys, the universe has heard you and the universe is responding. When it comes to the wheel, it can sort of indicate that this is happening in an unexpected way. And I often feel with this one, it's like your work is done. There's no more action required from you, or like you will know very obviously if there's something required from you. So just sit back and relax and leave this to the universe and be open to how it happens. It might come in a very unpredictable way, but serendipitous. Like it's unpredictable in a good way. This manifestation is going to reach you when you least see it coming. It's going to sneak up on you and surprise you. But yeah, lovely energy that we are starting off with here. The universe is saying that those of you who have been practicing gratitude, it's going to work wonders for your manifestations and just for your mental health in general. I feel like you guys are getting into the habit of looking at the glass half full, of keeping a positive outlook and always focusing on the things that you can be grateful for. Maybe some of you guys, this started with like practicing to script positive affirmations or keeping a gratitude journal, but as you did it consistently, it just became second nature. So now you see the positive in situations and you're grateful without even trying. Like it's become natural to you, or this is what is going to be happening within the first month from now. So I see you guys just going through life a lot more happy, a lot more carefree, and with a lot more trust in the universe. When you guys come up to a roadblock or an unknown or anything like that, I feel like your first reaction now is going to be like, it's okay, the universe will take care of it, my guides will take care of it, rather than, you know, panicking and thinking, oh my gosh, what do I need to do? This is terrible. You're like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that the whole picture will be shown to me. I know everything's going to work out in my favor, as it always does. And you're unbothered, you're happy, you're grateful, you sit back and you let the universe do what she needs to do. So you're really stepping into some powerful manifestor energy here. And you can expect within this first month, one of your manifestations is going to pop up in a kind of unexpected way or pop up very suddenly. And it's going to be great. Your wish is fulfilled. So let's take a look. Wow. And you're telling me this was the slowest energy of the three? Okay, well, maybe you've been working on it for a while and that's why it came out slowly. You know, to me it looks fast because it's the first month of the 3 months I'm looking at, but that being said, I don't know how long you guys have been trying to manifest. So yeah, let's look now at the second month and see what you can expect. There's the Two of Voices, so this is the Two of Swords. And there's the Queen of Inspiration, the Queen of Wands, and I feel like this is you. So let me just brag about the Queen of Wands for a second. And also, I want to point out the emphasis on her third eye and also the fact that her eyes are closed. There will be, oh, that's very interesting actually. Okay. It's just that in the Two of Swords, there's like traditional, what am I trying to say? In the traditional Two of Swords, there's similar imagery of that where the person is blindfolded and they're using their intuition to make a decision. So it's interesting that that's reflected in the Queen of Wands here. You guys are going to be feeling really connected to the universe and really connected to your intuition. Whatever is happening here in the first month where you're seeing firsthand that the universe has responded and worked in your favor and that you did everything right to make your manifestation happen, remember that. Remember that, because I feel like in the second month, you guys are coming to a crossroads. Like you're faced with a tough decision of, should I go this way or that way? Should I keep holding on to my current situation or should I move on to something else? The first idea that came into my head is that it might be career related, like choosing a company, choosing a school, or something like that. It really could be anything. Like if there's already a crossroads that you guys are at, it could definitely be referring to this, but this is going to be at the forefront in the second month. And what the universe is telling you here is that I feel like no amount of analyzing the situation. No amount of like thinking logically about the situation will bring you to your answer, because the true answer lies beyond your physical eyes. The true answer, your higher self already knows the answer. And I'm obviously not, I'm not trying to diminish the importance of doing research and weighing your decisions, but I think when it comes to whatever this decision is, it's kind of like you could fall into this rabbit hole of like, I keep weighing the pros and cons again and again and again, and I keep asking other people for advice, and I keep trying to dig more and more for information, and it's like, it's never ending. And at some point you have to listen to your gut and just go with what you know is right. Because if you keep looking forever, you can find a million reasons to stay, you can find a million reasons to go, or to choose option A or option B. When deep down your soul already knows, like, this is the way, this is the more efficient way, or the faster way to get where you need to go, is to tap into that third eye and let the divine wisdom of your soul take over. Your soul already knows this situation. Your soul scripted it. Your soul rehearsed it. And now your soul has come down and incarnated to live it. So if you can tap into your higher self and remember that the universe always has your back, is working in your favor, and making sure that you will always choose the right path, you can overcome this tough, because this is a tough energy, the Two of Swords. It's like feeling helpless to this decision, being afraid that you're going to do something wrong. And this Queen is saying, don't worry. Don't worry. You know the answer. You will choose the right answer. One thing that I want to mention as well with the Queen of Wands, I always feel like I want to brag about you, or whoever is coming out as the Queen of Wands when I get her. Like, she is so radiant, beautiful, talented, brilliant. She lights up the room when she walks in. She is a showstopper. She's larger than life. Like, I could just go on and on and on about her. Like, she is that girl, or that person, because it doesn't have to be a female. But what I sometimes see, and especially when it comes out next to a card like this, is that maybe you guys don't realize that you're this queen. You don't see the full extent of your brilliance and of your capability. And so let's say you are choosing between job A and job B, and you're weighing your options, and you're like, well, I think job B is really cool. I would really like that, but I don't think I have the qualifications, or I think that's too much for me. I don't think I have what it takes for that, or maybe someone else would be better suited to that. There might be the risk of you guys diminishing yourself, or thinking of yourself smaller than what you actually are, and that's affecting your decision. And advice from the universe is like, imagine you're a super person, Superman, superwoman, however you identify. Imagine that you can do anything, and you are the epitome of talent and potential and success. Which one would you choose if you knew that you were going to kill it, if you knew that everything was going to go amazing? And then surprise, that's who you are. That's already you. You weren't imagining. So it kind of looks like the key to this is, the more you realize how amazing you truly are, and how the more confident you become, the more you will see this choice with clarity, and the more confident you will be to make the right decision. I also wanted to point out, like, there's the emphasis on her third eye and also on her fingers. So I don't know, the first thing that came to my mind was like piano, playing piano. It could have something to do with writing, or you could be, what do you do with sewing? You could be crafting something with your hands. I'm sure there's a million other things that I'm not thinking of right now, but some kind of instrument, or building something with your hands. Maybe you guys are very, very talented at that kind of thing. Yeah, so let's take a look now at the third month and see what we have. Look at her. Two of Emotions, or the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Inspiration, or the Nine of Wands. Okay, it's interesting. I feel like these are all kind of separate little stories that are happening, separate little episodes. Like in this section, we have your manifestation is coming, you're developing a healthier relationship with your higher self, with the universe. Here we have you are choosing the correct decision as a result of gaining more confidence. You're not staying anywhere that's going to hold you back. You're not settling for your option. You're like, I'm the queen, I deserve the best, and I know that I will do well here, so I'm going to choose this. And then over here, this seems like a whole new story. So I think this has to do with a very important relationship in your life. It could be a romantic dynamic, as the Two of Cups often is, but it could also be with like a close friend or a family member, anybody with whom you share an emotional bond. And it seems like somebody has been quite guarded in this situation. So someone who you care a lot about, but maybe they have been acting guarded towards you. Maybe they have been distant, or you feel like they're not opening up in the way that you would hope. Or this could even be your energy. Like there's someone in your life who you really care about and really want to get closer to, but you're afraid because of past hurts, things that went wrong. It could even be a little bit of both of you. And honestly, that might be the case, because the Two of Cups does often indicate a situation where two people are mirroring each other. So maybe both of you are a little bit in this Nine of Wands energy. But if you guys are in any kind of dynamic like that, where you're longing for more closeness, but it's just a little hard to get those walls down, I feel like within the 3rd month from now, walls are going to be coming down. You're going to be getting closer to this person. It's like before you felt like you needed to be strong, you needed to be cautious, you needed to have your defenses up. And something is happening in this 3rd month that allows both of you to be more vulnerable with each other. You can just take off all of your armor. You can see each other for who you truly are. You can openly exchange your feelings. You're manifesting like the close bond that you truly wanted with this person. So this could be your current romantic interest, or even your current partner. Or again, it could be a friend or a family member. I do get a romantic vibe from the Two of Cups, so that might be the case for most of you. But it looks like some very close emotional relationship is improving. You're developing more trust with this person. You're developing more vulnerability, and it's just leading to a more peaceful and harmonious dynamic between the two of you. You don't have to be strong anymore around each other, or, act differently than what's really in your heart. It's all like pure and genuine and flowing, which is great. So this is what I see for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd month. Now we're going to take a look at your oracle cards and see what other messages we have for you in this period. So first, we have cleanse and detoxify. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. I think this goes super well with the 6 and 8 that we got here. The health and healing and transformation. You're going through some sort of energetic cleansing where you're not only purging emotional negativity, but you're developing healthier habits. You're taking better care of yourself, and you're going, I could even call this a glow up. It literally looks like she's glowing. She is radiant. You're building your confidence. Some of you guys may want to work on your sacral chakra. I'm noticing there's a lot of orange colors here. Even on the 9 of Wands card, she's wearing an orange dress. And sacral chakra is about intimacy. It's about our closeness to others. So if you're having issues with your sacral chakra, that can definitely create like a distance in your relationships where you feel like you're not really connecting, you're not really being intimate with one another and seeing the other for who they truly are. Working on your sacral chakra can help to raise your self-esteem, raise your confidence, raise your general mood, like your general well-being, and it helps you to be more creative. It helps you to be closer with others. It can also help you to feel more confident or more comfortable in your sexuality or that sensual side of you. Oh, and I kind of wrote this in an orangey color, which wasn't on purpose, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, sacral chakra, work on it in the next 3 months. And yeah, you're cleansing your old ways, cleansing old habits and replacing them for healthier ones. Some of you may be going through a physical transformation as well. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. So here we have, you're going through a period of sudden growth or a very fast growth. So this kind of mirrors that gaining momentum energy that I felt going through this 3-month period. I guess I can see how things are gaining momentum, because it's like you're getting your manifesting abilities in order, you're figuring out with which path you want to take in life, you're starting to share your talents, your relationship is improving. Everything seems to be heading in the right direction. Everything seems to be snowballing. And you're going through, like this says, it's like a period of immense growth, but in a short time. I feel like who you're going to be in 3 months from now is a lot more at peace with themselves, is a lot more confident, trusts their own judgment and their own desires a lot more, accepts every part of themselves, so doesn't, berate any desire, any fear, any concern that is within them. Just accepts everything wholeheartedly and is strong yet vulnerable. This is like who you're becoming. It's super beautiful. Next one. Happy family. Yay! This reminds me a lot of the 10 of Cups in tarot, because it's like a family of 4 standing with their arms outstretched in front of a rainbow. I feel like this can be related to the family you were born into, as well as your soul family, or even a family that you will create with your partner. Basically, I see you guys surrounded by love. I see that your relationships are going to be harmonious. It's interesting that in the cards we have as well about getting closer together, being more intimate. There's this flowy white clothing on the people. This is a color that is often associated with purity, and also the clothing looks kind of like sheer or thin. So it's making me think of being transparent, like you're not hiding anything. I think that you guys are really going to start opening up to the people in your life, and in turn, they will open up and blossom towards you. Your friends, your relatives, family, your soul family, your romantic interests. I really do think that this is all encompassing, because it started from within you, and now it's like radiating out to all of your connections. You're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon. This could be referring to the manifestation that we saw here within 1 month. It could be 9 to 10 days for some of you, as soon as 9 to 10 days. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I know this can be a kind of scary card, but I really like this for you guys, because there's been a lot of messages about you becoming more healthy, more in touch with yourself, more comfortable with yourself. It's almost like I see you guys being more in tune with the cues from your body, or like the cues from your intuition. So if something is making you uncomfortable, instead of questioning that, or just giving the person or the situation the benefit of the doubt and pushing through it, it's like you're honoring that little flag that gets put up in your mind, like, nope, this is a situation I don't want to be in, this doesn't feel good. And you don't feel like, oh, I need to push through, or oh, I need to do this to please this other person. You're like, my body said no, I'm leaving. You're paying attention to those cues. And this can also have to do with like when your body wants to rest, or when your body wants to eat something or when your body doesn't want to eat something. You're paying attention to that, and your routine is not to keep you in a rigid box. I feel like your routine is built by you and for you and for your best interest, and it's open to flexibility, and it's based on what makes you feel good, not what is gonna like discipline you, or like it's flowy, it's not rigid. So yeah, very, very in touch with yourself. When you're feeling uncomfortable, you're gonna learn to not ignore that. You're gonna learn to honor that and trust your judgment, and not dismiss what's going on the inside. And then finally, I love this, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And isn't this such a good card to encompass the energy of a manifester, like a master divine creator? This is what you guys are becoming. And once you have that sacral chakra up and running, you're gonna be like a manifesting machine. You'll be flooded with creative powers. This is an incredibly empowering and also very like constructive, like your dreams are all building up, they're all progressing. I really, really love this period for you guys. So these are all the messages that I have for you. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number 4s. So if you guys chose the blue cat's eye, this is going to be a reading about the next 3 months. So I'm going to start off this reading with my little bowl of papers. I have 12 papers here, which are inspired by the 12 astrological houses, and these are going to show us which areas of your life will undergo the most change in the next 3 months. So I'm going to take 2 for you, and let's see what we have. So the first one that we have is number 3. Of course, this is inspired by the 3rd house with the messages of communication and peers. So starting with communication, what I had in mind when I wrote this one is that you guys could be receiving a message that you've been waiting for, receiving some results, some good news that you have been waiting for. You could also be receiving communication from somebody you've been wanting to hear from. Or if there's someone in your life that you've been wanting to get closer to, this 3-month period could be where your communication really starts to pick up. So you're messaging each other a lot more frequently. You feel like you're really getting to know each other on a deeper level, whether that be a platonic or a romantic connection. I feel like things are going to be picking up there. This could also be a message about like communicating your own ideas, especially for those of you who are writers or aspiring writers, or you share content on social media, or maybe you're writing a book, an article, a blog post, whatever it might be. Spirit is really encouraging you guys to let your voice be heard and to share your ideas over the next 3 months. And then with the message of peers, I was thinking of people in your immediate circle. So people who you would see every day, like colleagues or friends, basically your usual social circle. And within the next 3 months, it could be that there is a change or an addition to your circle. So maybe there's a new person coming in at work who you get along with really well. It could be like you're making new friends, you're finding people who have similar interests to you. Another one could be like creative collaborators. You're finding people who you can work with and make projects with and things like that. So this is a really fun energy. And then we have the number 12 inspired by the 12th house with the messages of subconscious and psychic gifts. So within the next 3 months, I see that you guys will also be uncovering the mysteries of your subconscious mind, discovering what you truly desire, discovering what has been blocking you, what has been holding you back. Some of you guys may be doing a little bit of shadow work over the next 3 months, although I don't feel it's like super heavy or a central theme of this 3-month period. But you might just kind of stop sometimes and notice like, wow, I really have been letting this insecurity hold me back, or I've really been carrying this irrational fear with me. Seeing where that comes from so you're able to remove the blockages and manifest things more smoothly. Also, of course, with the psychic gifts, this is a strong sign that your spiritual abilities are going to be elevating. They're going to be developing in the next 3 months. I was thinking of things like clairaudience, clairvoyance, claircognizance, being able to communicate with others telepathically, and things of that nature. So, wow, cool. Let's get into your tarot now and see what you can expect to happen in the next 3 months. So I'm going to do like 3 piles for the first month from now, the second month from now, and the third month from now. And we'll see what's going on. Yeah. I'm like really nervous to shuffle because the sticky part of these is kind of getting weak, and I'm worried they're gonna blow away. Okay, so what can group 4 expect within the first month from now? What can group 4 expect within the second month from now? Thank you. You see, they're coming loose. Oh no. And what can group 4 expect within the third month from now? Thank you. Okay, so let's take a look starting with your first month from now. We have the Muse of Emotion, so this is equivalent to the King of Cups. And we have the Four of Emotions, which is equivalent to the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can indicate a situation of boredom. I'm feeling the strongest, the boredom energy coming through in the context of this reading. Sometimes it can show things like discontentment and dissatisfaction, but I'm more leaning towards the interpretation that within the first month from now, you guys might have a lot of free time on your hands. Maybe your workload is just a little bit less than usual. Or maybe you are stuck at home, but for whatever reason, it seems like you guys have a lot of time and you might be feeling a little bit bored, but I think that your guides are saying this is a wonderful opportunity to explore your spirituality, to explore your spiritual gifts, and to be creative. These are all wonderful qualities of the Muse of Emotions. So maybe you can use this time to take up meditating or to get back to your habit of meditating. You could use this time to connect more with your spirit guides. There may even be a new guide who is wanting, or not a new guide, but a guide whom you haven't been acquainted with yet, who's wanting to come through and introduce themselves to you at this time. Maybe you guys are learning a new form of divination or learning a new form of manifestation, learning more about astrology, learning more about the occult. Maybe Spirit is asking you to use this time to start to share your ideas about spirituality, start to share your insights, share your gifts. Maybe some of you will even do readings for other people, but this is the side of you that Spirit is encouraging you explore right now, because it's easiest to tap into this side of you when there's not much going on. And maybe it's tempting to, distract yourself or find some other way of stimulation or entertainment or whatever it might be. But Spirit is saying, look, this free time is a gift. You can uncover so much during this window. This is an opportunity for great reflection. This is an opportunity to uncover your psychic abilities, to ask Spirit whatever it is that you want to know. If any of you guys have like a deck of cards or a pendulum or anything, any divination tool like that, I feel like this is a great window to spend a lot of time with it and just go crazy and uncover as much information and as many answers as you want about your future, about your connections, about yourself, about your guides. This is like your time to uncover all of that spiritual information. For those of you who are artists, this is also a great time for you guys to create, and you might even be inspired by what you discover on your spiritual quest. Maybe you're really inspired by a soul connection that you have, or you're inspired by a beautiful vision that you saw when you're meditating and you make a painting inspired by it, or you write a song inspired by it. Let your creative juices flow and rejoice in the free time, rejoice in the stillness. That's the message that I have for you, because eventually, sooner or later, things are going to pick up again, and you might not have the liberty to bask in your spirituality as much. Okay, so this is what I see for the first month. Ooh, for the second month, we have the Magician and the Priestess. It's just called the Priestess in this deck. Wow. So basically, the Magician and the High Priestess. These are both very powerful manifestors. I'm like shook that they came out together. Whatever you guys are doing in the first month, whatever intentions you guys are setting, whatever psychic gifts you are discovering, you are putting them to action in this second month. I feel like 2 months from now is going to be because we have 1 and 2, the window between 1 month from wherever you're watching and 2 months from whenever you're watching is going to be like a major manifestation window. A lot of the things that you guys have been trying to manifest in your life are going to be like falling into your lap one after the other during this window. This is a window where you guys are going to feel very, very powerful, where a lot of the stuff that you were dreaming about, visualizing, asking of your guides, or hearing from your guides, a lot of that is going to be like boom, materializing in the 3D. And I feel like that's so cool because this is a pretty small window. Like this is just a window of a month. So keep that in mind, guys, right now. Like any intentions you guys want to set right now, within 1 to 2 months, it's going to be here. So use this time wisely and think about what it really is that your heart desires. This is uncovering the subconscious mind, right? So what deepest desires do you want to fulfill? What is it that you truly want? What is it that is holding you back that you want to release? This is like your time of reflection, because by the time this second month comes around, it's go time. Things are really going to be picking up in your life. Everything, I don't want to sound too dramatic, but it's like everything you've ever wanted is going to be manifesting. What I really like about both of these coming out together is like, they're almost like yin and yang energy, or masculine and feminine energy, or maybe they are that. They're like two sides of the same coin. They're both very powerful manifestors, but the Magician manifests through his action in the physical world. And the High Priestess is like, she calmly sits and awaits, and she knows it's coming to her. So she's more of like the receptive energy, and the Magician is more of like the go out there and take action energy. So I feel what this could be indicating for you guys is that you're striking that perfect balance of knowing when it's time to take action and then when it's time to wait, because you have that faith and you have that certainty that it's coming. I went out there and I took my action, and I know that I did it right. So I'm going to stop worrying about it. I'm going to release my action and my intention into the universe. And now I can sit here calmly and quietly, knowing with 100% confidence that my manifestation is coming. And I know this is something that many people struggle with, like knowing, like, did I take all the actions that were necessary? Is there something I'm missing? Am I really supposed to just let go now? Shouldn't I be doing more? Or, are my actions blocking? Am I supposed to let go now? It's hard to really strike that balance. And so to see that you guys are mastering it so well, that you have like the literal embodiment of this balance here. It's just so freaking cool. Like, I see so much spiritual development for you guys in the next 2 months. And again, I see you manifesting everything that you have ever wanted. So let's take a look now at the 3rd month and see what we have. We have the 9 of Materials. And we have the Ace of Inspiration. This is the Ace of Wands. So it looks like you guys are having... The creative inspiration is definitely continuing all throughout this 3-month period. But what I'm seeing here with this 9 of Materials is that you are starting to generate success and generate wealth. So especially for those of you who are trying to manifest anything career related, whether it's a new job, a promotion, a raise, a successful creative career, an independent business venture, whatever it might be, I feel like by the time this 3-month mark comes, you guys are going to be thriving. You're going to be raking in the money. And this card is also about like receiving praise and appreciation for what you do. Like, you're very good at what you do. You're very generous with your gifts, and people truly appreciate that. The 9 of Materials, it can indicate somebody who does well as a self-employed person, although I'm not super confident to say that all of you who chose this group will be self-employed. I know that not everybody wants that. It's not in the future for them. But this could be that you are gaining more respect in your job. You're gaining a higher position. In fact, I do often see that with the High Priestess. It's like she commands respect, she's deserving of more, and she's raising her standards. So for many of you, this could be like a raise or a promotion. And there's generally like a positive buzz around you. So people are praising you, people are telling their friends about you, or they're telling the higher ups about you, like, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed with the work that they're doing. All of the energy surrounding you at this time is going to be positive. I feel like you guys are going to be free from any evil eye, which is interesting because you guys were drawn to the blue cat's eye. You're going to be protected from negative energies. You're going to be protected from anybody who is like jealous or who is pessimistic or who wants to bring you down or who thinks negatively of you. I'm just remembering with this 3rd house, there was the message of there's like a change in your peers, a change in your circle. Any negative influences around you will be removed and replaced with positive and supportive people. I just got a message for those of you, if there's like someone at your work who you just really don't get along with, maybe I was gonna say someone you can't stand, but that sounded kind of harsh. But yeah, someone at work you just really, whether it's like your boss, a coworker, a client, whoever it may be, in 3 months from now, they may actually be out of the picture, and the new person who comes in is someone that you vibe a lot better with. Because I see Spirit like removing all of the negative influences from your life, whether that's taking them away or moving you away from them. At this point, you are only surrounded by the best. You only have the best love, best connections, best influences in your life. I feel also within this 3-month period, you guys will be receiving some gift that is really touching to you. Like something so big that you almost feel like, oh my gosh, I simply can't accept this. I don't deserve it. Like somebody gets you a really fancy present or a really big tip or something like that. Or somebody shouts you out, promotes you to like a huge audience, a really big gift. I'm thinking of this as like the hand of Spirit who's just showering you with gifts, showering you with affection, showering you with praise and support. Someone is showing like a huge token of their appreciation to you. And for you, it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't accept this. This is too big. But for them, it's like, this is the least I can do because you've done such amazing work for me. You've offered such an incredible service, or you've offered such incredible product or such incredible guidance or ideas or whatever it is that you guys do, that this is, to them, it's really like the least they can do. So start getting used to the idea of receiving more. I know I think we're bound to feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but Spirit is saying you guys really, really do deserve this. And when you're in this reflection and visualizing period, don't be afraid to go big. Don't feel like, oh, this is too big, I don't deserve it, or it's not possible, because I'm telling you, I see huge things coming for you guys later on in this 3-month period. With the Ace of Inspiration, this did quite literally make me think of you guys being inspired, feeling very creative. You know, we can literally see this energy is flowing into her third eye and permeating her body. You guys might be channeling a lot of ideas for your business, or channeling a lot of ideas for your art or your creative endeavors. Also, kind of on an unrelated note, somebody might be, actually, it could be more than one person. Somebody is going to be very attracted to you, very, very drawn to your energy, very interested in you. On a physical level, they find you to be so hot, like so incredibly attractive. And this person will make an offer to you, likely in the form of like asking you on a date, you know, asking you to hang out. It could have to do with like the person you're in communication with, but someone's going to make that kind of offer to you. Somebody's going to like make a move on you. Yes. Okay, so that's what I see for the tarot cards. So let's get into our oracle cards now and see what other messages we have for you. So our first oracle card is ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. This is funny considering like how much spiritual energy is in this reading. And I like that phrase of like, while it's pleasant to float heavenward. Like, yes, it's pleasant to, I mean, your guides were even encouraging you to bask in your spirituality and to really explore it and to really enjoy being in communication with beings in higher realms and gaining new insights about this world, about this life. They're definitely super encouraging that, but it's like, but come back though too. Like go off and enjoy these beautiful worlds, but also come back to earth and apply the things that you've learned and enjoy that fulfilling feeling of taking actions in the world and manifesting what it is that you desire. Yeah, I guess just remember not to get too high up into the third eye, into the crown chakra, and remember to root yourself back into the ground. Maybe take a break from spirituality, from readings every now and then, and reconnect with your more logical and practical side. Also, because a lot of you guys you really are achieving a lot of goals and propelling yourself into higher levels of success, as much as that's something that you guys will really enjoy and that I see you've really wanted, it can also be overwhelming when things start to pick up really, really quickly. Like maybe, you know, you're suddenly flooded with offers, flooded with messages, you know, there's so much going on. And it can bring about some stress and anxiety. Even if you are doing what you love, we all have that capacity of like what workload we're able to take and how much stimulation and how much attention we're able to take. So make sure that you have practices to relieve your stress and to ground yourself, like this card says. I feel like there was another pile where I gave similar advice. It might have been pile 1, but I recommended, if you can, to go outside and let your bare feet touch the earth, and the earth can absorb some of that highly strung energy from you. She can also absorb negative energy from you, and it just leaves you feeling very calm, very centered. I do it sometimes. I should probably do it more, but if you guys can get outside, get into nature and ground yourself with your bare feet, I would highly recommend it. Your next oracle card is, it's like quietly set your passion alight, something like that. You're burning with a slow passion. Spicy. But yeah, you guys are going to feel your passion ignited a lot in the next 3 months. Who knows? It might have to do with this steamy connection that is coming in. I feel like somebody who is very attracted to you is coming in. They're communicating a lot with you. They're making some sort of offer to you. This could definitely be talking about things heating up in a connection. I also think that you guys are just going to be really passionate about what you're doing. There's a message like, remember to stay grounded, remember to stay humble, remember to keep your business to trusted people. I know that you guys are protected, but keep your ideas and keep your success within yourself or just between you and people whom you really trust. That's what I'm thinking of with like quiet passion. And also, if you guys are becoming really wealthy or really successful, it might be wise not to flaunt it too much on social media, because you can get evil eye from strangers. And even if that's not their intention, like if somebody is just looking at what you have and what you're flaunting and they're jealous of it, that can actually send the evil eye towards you. So I don't know, I would keep it low key, I think is the message here. We also have the thinking man. This could be an air sign in your life. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person who is going to be significant. You could be the thinking man. Gender doesn't really matter, but if there is a male air sign in your life, this person could end up being a significant collaborator for you. This could be like the new person who comes into your work, for example. But I see that you will be putting your head together with somebody in the realization of a project, or somebody is going to be giving you some very valuable advice that brings you a lot of clarity on a situation. We also have nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon. This means that there's potential for a lot of things to change within the next 3 months. You guys might feel like, you know, based on how things have been progressing up until now, you can kind of predict how the next 3 months are going to go. But no, this is going to be very unpredictable. A lot of big unexpected changes are coming, obviously for the better. But your guides are kind of saying, like, if you're thinking, oh, it's been slow up until now, so the next 3 months are probably going to be slow, or it's probably going to be uneventful like it always is. Nope. Your next oracle card is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I'm thinking again of you guys being protected from any evil or ill-intentioned influences. You guys are going to be surrounded only by the most loving, appreciative, supportive, and uplifting people. You'll likely also be surrounded by spiritual people during this time. You'll find yourself coming into contact more with people who believe in manifestation, people who believe in the power of positive intention and negative intention, people who believe in fate, who believe in soul ties, in spirit guides. You'll find that you're surrounded with more people with whom you're able to share these ideas. But more than that, I mean, this is the Romance Angels deck, and I have kind of seen peppered throughout this reading that there is some love interest, somebody who is very, very into you, as we see with the Ace of Wands and this slowly burning passion or quietly burning passion. There could be a fire sign who is interested in you. Take that as confirmation. If you have someone on your mind who isn't a fire sign, it doesn't mean that it's not them, but I just thought, because this is a fire card, this is also quite fiery. And this could also be the person referenced here with communication, because I thought there may be many of you who are waiting for communication from somebody or want to be communicating more frequently and getting to know someone better. This could be just a nod to them, letting you know that, yes, this person does have good intentions. You definitely don't need any energetic protection from them. They're not casting any evil eye on you. They don't want to waste your time. This person has genuine intentions. It is safe for you to open up your heart. Be free like this person. Just open up and receive all of the beautiful blessings that Spirit has for you. And I'm feeling for a lot of you, this might seem like a lot. It might seem too good to be true or unrealistic because it's like so much is happening. But remember, anything can happen at any moment, and it could be completely different from what you've experienced up until now. And then finally we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Immediately I'm getting the feeling that this is a spirit guide, and immediately I'm being reminded that you guys are really getting into your spirituality here. There may be a new spirit guide who is going to introduce herself to you, or you could be getting close to your spirit guide. But this is a motherly figure who is coming to make herself known. Wait, I just noticed something about this Star Mother. There's the message of you mothering yourself, and then you came through as this high priestess. And how similar do these look? There's like the blue cloak with the hood, and then there's like shoulder length wavy brown hair. It doesn't mean that you guys look like this, but I think it's very uncanny that they look so similar. And when we're talking about mothering yourself, and she's giving me the vibe of a spirit guide, this could be your higher self who is coming through. Of course, you guys have many spirit guides who are helping you, but your strongest guide and your closest bond is with the guidance of your higher self. And I think your higher self is coming through to say, you guys are so powerful. Like, you don't need to rely on anything outside of you, like any wisdom or any guidance outside of you. Your higher self does a perfect job of guiding you already. You have all the wisdom you need inside of you already. And I'm not saying like you cannot rely on your other spirit guides, but just so that you know, it's all you. The power is all within you. And this is your best guide. You are your best guide. Maybe you feel that like other beings know better or have more wisdom. When it comes to how you live your life, like rely on yourself more, rely on your own judgment more. That's essentially what I want to say. I'm sorry if that got a little bit messy. But anyway, those are the messages that I'm seeing for you guys. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!